Ẹ máa yọ kíní, ẹ máa sọ fún mi, bá ṣe ń yọ kíní náà kò dáa, ẹ máa sọ fún mi, màá dẹ̀ ṣe ń yọ ẹ̀rọ ìyẹn.
You all, you all are welcome. Welcome to Smartphone Motion Design Arc 2.0. I believe you can hear me. I believe you can hear me. Yeah, welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. If you are ready, drop a fire emoji. If you are ready, drop a fire emoji. Drop a fire emoji. All right, all right, all right. I can feel this energy. Keep it up. Keep it up. I love this energy. I love this energy. You're to motion design, smartphone motion design app 2.0. Smartphone motion design app 2.0. Welcome, welcome, welcome. By 8 p.m., we are going to start. By 8 p.m., we are going to start. Welcome, welcome. By 8 p.m., we start. minutes to go. 3 minutes to go. We are almost there. 3 minutes to go. Yeah. I love the energy. Keep it up, 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 keep it up. We start by 8 p.m. 8 p.m. Good evening, everyone. I believe you can hear me. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. I believe you can hear me. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Omo. Welcome to all right. Welcome to day one of Smartphone Motion Design Arc 2.0. I'm truly excited to have you all here, and I appreciate you taking the time to join me live on YouTube. This session marks the beginning of a transformative journey, and I'm thrilled to guide you every step of the way. Now, before we start, I would like to introduce myself because just 20% of you know me. So I would love to introduce myself so you can. Truly excited to have you all here, and I appreciate you taking the time to join me live on YouTube. This session marks the beginning of the transformation. Now, so who is Femi Mavin? Who is Femi Mavin? All right, many of you know me. Okay, Femi Mavin is a motion designer, right? But then there's more to know about me. All right, so let me, introduce myself so you can know who I am. Who is Femi Mavin? All right. I believe you can hear me. What's All right. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Smartphone Motion Design Arc 2.0. This is day one of the class. If you can hear me, drop a fire emoji. If you can hear me, drop a fire emoji. Right, all right. I love this. I love the energy. Well done, well done. I'm truly excited to have you all here, and I appreciate you taking the time to join me live on YouTube. Now, before we start, I would love to introduce myself because not every one of you know who I am. All right? So I want to introduce myself. Who is Femi Mavin? Who is Femi Mavin? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Ah, come on. All right, I believe you can hear me now. I just work on the sound. I believe you can hear me. All right. So once again, you are welcome to Smartphone Motion Design App 2.0. So now I want to introduce myself. All right, my name is Oluwafemi Oyenuga, popularly known as Femi Mavin, and often referred to as the King of Value. I am a motion graphic designer, a video editor, a content creator, and brand identity designer. Right. So over the years, I have the privilege of working with various companies across multiple industry, including the SaaS and fintech sectors, as well as numerous local and international organizations. I specialize in creating high quality and visually appealing motion design using tools like Alight Motion, Adobe After Effects, and other industry standard software. Beyond my passion for motion design, I am also a medical student with graduation just around the corner. Balancing these two worlds has been a rewarding journey, and I am excited to continue making an impact in both fields. Once again, welcome to Smartphone Motion Design Lab 2.0. All right, I would love you to introduce yourself in the comment section. Tell me where you are watching from, your name, and what you do in the comment section. So let's do that for 6 minutes. I want you to introduce yourself, your name, what you do, and where you are watching from. All right. So let's do this for just 6 minutes. All right. I believe my voice is audible. All right. All right. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. All right. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Chinaram. Nice to meet you, everyone. Nice to meet you, Henry. All right. So now let's get started. Now, before we start, the reason why I created Smartphone Motion Design App 2.0 is because I want to help people to learn how they can use their smartphone to create motion design, and from it, and be able to, you know, to earn multiple six figures working with brands both in Nigeria and outside the country. All right. So I love to provide solution and I love to impact life. So this is the second edition. The fourth edition was held last year and it was on Telegram. So this is the second edition. Right, welcome, 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 welcome. All right, welcome everyone. So today we are starting with the fundamentals of motion design. That's what we'll be learning today. Fundamentals of motion design to set a strong foundation. All right, because we can't dive into the practical. We need to start by learning the basics. All right, the basics of motion design is very, very essential. So that's what we'll be learning today. So the topic today is introduction to motion design. So I'll be taking you through what is motion design. Now, before we dive into what we want to talk, what we have today, which is the fundamentals of motion design, I would love to share my story, how I started, how I get to where I am today. So I want to share my journey. All right. So let's start with that before we now move to the fundamentals of motion design. All right. All right. Now, I want to start sharing my story now, and I believe you can hear me well. All right. So I'm going to share my story, my journey, just within um 30 minutes. Then we now dive into the fundamentals of motion design. All right. My journey into motion design began in 2022. My journey into motion design began in 2022. I believe you can hear me well. Right. All right. All right. All right. Good. 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 Now, my journey into motion design began in 2022, and it was an amazing journey. All right. So in 2022, I was a graphic designer. I was a graphic designer using um Pixel Lab to create designs. So during that time, I was broke and I was using um and I was using a smartphone, which was, it was a very big challenge for me because, the phone lags a lot, and before I could create a design or before I could work on a project, it takes a lot and a lot of time. But then I keep on using it like that because I believe that I can't remain in the level forever. All right. I'm glad you can hear me. I'm glad you can hear me. I'm glad you can hear me. So during the process, in 2022, the amount I was earning as a designer was a stipend, which I'm not satisfied with the amount I was earning. So I want to earn more. I need more. So then I was thinking that what can I do? Like what skill can I learn to be able to earn more money? Because in that time, the journey was difficult. So this is the picture of the phone I was using then. You know what this phone is? Itel Picture, right? So if I want to create a design on this phone, I can spend hours. Like sometimes I can spend 6 hours just to create one simple design. So it was difficult. Like it was a big challenge for me. Sometimes I'll be using the phone and like I'll be crying because this phone is giving me more problem. But then there's no money to get a new phone. All right. So I can just I believe you can hear me. Ah, wow. I believe you can hear me now. I believe you can hear me now. I believe you can hear me. I believe you guys can hear me now. I'm working on the audio here as well. I believe you can hear me very well now. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Thank you. So, as I was saying, before we start the today's class, which is fundamentals of motion design, I want to share my story. I want to take you through my journey, how I started, how I got to where I am today. All right. So that's what I want to do within just 30 minutes before we start the class. All right. So my journey began. My journey into motion design began in 2022, and during that time, I was a graphic designer. All right. So during that time, I don't have money to get a PC, so I was using my smartphone, and the picture of the smartphone I was using then is this. All right. So I was using Itel P12, and the phone is like a lot of challenges using the phone, because sometimes if I want to design on the phone, it takes a lot of time, and it was difficult during the process. But then I keep on using it like that because I believe that I can't remain in that level forever. So I keep on working and working on using the smartphone. So during this time, I was thinking that what can I do to change my financial situation, because the tools I'm using is like it is terrible, and I I was thinking that what can I do to earn more money to afford a gadget, because during that time the amount I was earning as a graphic designer monthly is not even up to 30,000 naira. Like sometimes I can earn 15K per month, sometimes I can earn 10K per month. So it was so difficult for me to even feed myself, to even get a good phone. So during the process, I was thinking, okay, what can I do to earn more money? What are things I can do to make more? So in 2022, I asked myself one question, that what can I do to become financially free? That what can I do to earn more money? Then one day I was making research. I was making research that what skill can I learn? What high income skill can I learn? Because I want to earn more. I need more to be able to feed myself, to be able to, you know, to be able to get good gadgets, to be able to upskill and all. I make research that day, so I did not. Right. So as I was saying now, during the journey, I was using a 20K phone then. So I was making research that what can I do to, you know to earn more? What skill can I learn to make more money? So I was making research, making research, but then I did not see the skill that I love to learn, because doing that I love to create videos, but then I where to learn from. So it was a challenge for me. Now in 2022, around November, I was scrolling on Instagram to watch Instagram reels. Then I came across one animation on Instagram reels. I was like, wow, this is amazing. How can I learn this animation? So then I now make research that um how can I learn motion design? So doing my research, I realized that the only tools I can use to learn motion design is Adobe After Effects and Adobe Illustrator. But then when I see this result, I was not happy, because during that time I cannot afford a good PC. I cannot get a PC. I was using my smartphone. So I asked again that is it possible to be able to use my smartphone to create motion design, but then I was not getting results. So I asked my friend, we had a call, and I told him that, okay, is it possible to create motion design on a smartphone? Then he said it's not possible, that the only tools I can use to create motion design on smartphone is Adobe After Effects and Adobe Illustrator. So when I had this for my friend, I feel bad, because I love this skill, I want to learn this skill, but then the tools I don't have, the money to get the tools I don't have. So it was a big challenge for me. But then I did not relent. I keep on using my smartphone like that to create designs. But then it was a challenge, but I keep on using that. One day, a day will come that I will upgrade and gadget. I go to, I visit Chrome again to make sure that what amount does a motion designer earn monthly? What amount does a motion designer earn yearly? Then when I see that earn monthly and yearly, I was amazed. Like, wow, so these are motivation designer are earning monthly. So doing that, I want to also earn this money. I need more money as well. But then no money to get a gadget. I was scrolling up on social media, and I found um a motion design on Instagram Reels. So I click on it, and I read the caption. So in the caption, the guy that created the motion design said that I use my smartphone to create this motion design. So I keep on searching, keep on searching. So when I read this caption, I did not believe. I thought it was a lie because I have made my research, and when I see there that it is impossible to create motion design on a smartphone. I even I asked my friend that is it possible to create motion design? He said no. Then now saying, a caption on Instagram saying that okay, this motion design was created on smartphone. I did not believe. I thought it's a lie. So I go to Google again. I search for this keyword that motion design on smartphone. Motion design on smartphone. Then the result I get that day was amazed. I was amazed. Like wow. So it's possible to create motion design on smartphone. So when I search for this keyword that motion design on smartphone, then the first result I got is Alight Motion. That's I believe you guys are following. I believe you guys are following. All right, all right, all right. So that is how I get to know about Alight Motion. All right. So Alight Motion. Then the next thing I did is that I visit YouTube and make research to see if I can find a tutorial or if I can find a course that can teach me how to use this application. So I visit tutorial or if I can find a mentor, but then I can't find any resources at all. So it was a big challenge once again for me because how will I learn this application? What will I do to learn this application? Like I was asking myself because no tutor, no teacher, how will I be able to learn, this app? It was so, it was so, it was a big challenge for me. I did not relent. So I keep on making research. I keep on making research. I keep on making research if I can find a tutorial. I keep on making research, but then I cannot find a tutorial. I cannot find a course or a mentor to teach me how to create motion design on Alight Motion. Alight Motion. November 2022. That's when I got to know about Alight Motion. All right. So throughout the month, I was making research, no mentor. So I now ask myself that if I keep on searching and I can't find a tutorial or a coach or a mentor to put me through, what can I do to solve this problem? Because I really want to learn motion design, but then I can't afford to get a PC. I don't have the money to get a PC. So I told myself that if I can't find a course, if I can't find a tutorial, all right. So let's continue. Let's continue. So I started to work and master this to yourself. Because if you keep complaining that you can't find a course, you can't find a tutorial, and you keep complaining, you just remain in this tool. For you to master this tool and become so good in motion design, then you need to get up and put in the work. So in December, I took action that if I can't find a course, if I can't find a tutorial, then I will learn this by myself. So in December, I create I'm going to use 5 months to learn how to access to the right information. It will be very, very difficult. But then I see this as that I can solve it. I see this as that I can solve it. I believe in myself, and I tell myself that Femi, you can master this too, even if you don't have anyone to put it through, if you don't have anyone to teach you by yourself, if you can put in the work and if you are determined. So plan a 5 month learning plan that I'm going to start learning this application from January, February, March, April, May. That within these 5 months, I'm going to put in work to learn and master this application and to learn motion design. Not just learn the application. In January 2023, I took action and I started learning how to use the application. So in the first month, I learned motion design, all right. I learned the basics. I learned in the first month. In the second month, I learned how to use the application, right? So the first month training, what I did is that I freeze all my social media application. Yes, it's right. So I freeze all my application. I freeze Instagram. I freeze WhatsApp. I freeze all my applications so that I can focus on this. So I freeze everything. All right. Now, the first month, like I said, I learned the basics of motion design. Like the first week I learned design principles. The third week I learned color theory. I learned color theory, motion design in the first month. All right. Now the second month I focus on learning how to use the tools. All right. So before learning how to use the tool, I did not learn the add the advanced feature. All right. I started learning the simple one on Alight Motion, because on Alight Motion we have different features. We have the simple features and we have the more advanced features. So I started by learning the simple features. So I was learning day by day. Every day I made sure I spend 6 hours using. Even though the first week I was confused, all right, I don't know, you know where to press. But then I believe in myself that I can master this too. I can learn this too and become so good at it. So that belief that I have in myself, you know, was is what helped me to master this too. Assuming I do not believe in myself, assuming I cannot achieve this or I cannot master this too, then it will be difficult for me to master this too. All right, it will be very, very difficult for me to master this too. Self, I told myself that Femi, you can do this. Femi, you can motion. Right? So I put in the work. I add pictures in the first week of February. Then second week again, I learned how to use the opacity, how to use the blending tools, everything on 1 month. I learned the basics of Alight Motion, the simple. The second month, I move on to learn the advanced features. Right? I move on to learn the advanced features. I learned how to use the camera. I learned how to use the non-object. I learned the advanced features in the third month. Then the fourth month, I start creating fictional projects, because in this process, my skills have improved, but then not the pro level, but my skills have improved from 0% to 30%. So the fourth month, and I told myself that, okay, after having design in the first month, I have learned I have learned how to use Alight Motion 2 months. Then the fourth month, let me use fictional projects to create fictional projects. So now I have to create fictional projects in the fourth month. All right. So the first fictional project I created was um this project. Was this project? I believe you guys can hear me. Right. So in the fourth month, I can't find the let's continue. Let's continue. Let's continue. So the fourth month, I started creating fictional projects. All right. So the first one I created was not that appealing, but then I keep on, recreating some animation All right, and because I believe that if I can, if I remain consistent, I was not consistent, then um assuming I be able to create amazing animation. All right, so I keep on practicing, practicing. Then the fifth month, after I've created a project, then I now decided to post my work online. All right, that's the fifth month. That okay, then it's time to publish my work online. It's time to post my work, all the animation together. Then I started posting it on my page. So the first month I posted the um let me show you my screen. Show you my screen. So let me show you my screen here. I believe you can hear me now. All right, all right, all right, all right. So this is my Instagram page. All right, this is my Instagram page. Now after I've created a lot of fictional projects. All right, so I started publishing my work online. I posted the animation I created during the break. All right, so I posted this one. All right, I posted this one on my page. Um, the network is somehow poor here. So I apologize for that. All right. So now let's continue. So the first month I post my work online because if I not publish my work online, then it will be difficult for me to, you know, to work with brands or to even make money from my skill, right? But then before I started posting my work online, I've mastered this. I've mastered Alight Motion. I have learned the basics of motion design, and my skill has improved. All right, so that's why I have the confidence to post my work online. All right, assuming my skills have not improved, then I won't be able to post my work online because I'll be like myself won't improve. But then during the 5 months break, like 5 months intense work, my skills improve. Then finish I start posting my work. The 6 months after posting my work, all right, I closed a gig. But then before I closed the gig, I was posting my work posting my work in January 2023, which I took 5 months break because I can't find a mentor, I can't find a course, I can't find a tutorial on YouTube that will teach me how to use the Alight Motion. Yeah, I won't be where I am today because even up to now, I can't still find a tutorial or a course that teach how to use Alight Motion. The break, I'm doing the recap because for those who cannot hear me earlier, all right, that I'm doing January 2023. I want to master this tool. I want to learn this tool. Then in the fifth month, I post my work online. Then the 400,000 naira. A fintech company shout to me, send me that is their company need a motion animation, all right, to create a motion design for the brand. And I got on a call with the CEO. Then he said, "How much did I charge?" I told him story is that I'm sharing this story with you so I can know that I also started somewhere. I closed 400K. You can see the journey that I learned, determination that yes, I can do this, and I put in the work and I was consistent. Because if I not put in the work, if I'm not determined, then I won't be here today. All right. So for the company and I delivered the initial. CEO was amazed that wow, this is amazing. So after earning 400K in the I believe that if I can earn 400K, then I can earn more. all right, I can earn more. So I keep on practicing that. Oh, so there's so much money in this motion design thing. So I keep on learning. I learn, I practice daily, I put in the work, I learn, I practice daily, I put in the work. Then I was publishing my work online. Then during the process, I start earning more gigs because the company refer me to another company. Then from there, keep on growing, keep on growing, keep on growing, keep on growing, like that. Now, what I want you to know is that the path to success is not always smooth. There, and I started tendency and determination, hard work, consistency, and fourthly, I have I've able to earn more, be able to work with brands, both international brands, globally. I'll be able to do many more things just because I learned motion design. All right, all right. Now I I, I want to show you the picture of then the picture of my new gadget. All because I was consistent. So I want to show you that now. Um, 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 the picture of my gadget. Now I'm taking you through this process. It's not to brag or something, but to tell you, to let you know that if you put in the work and if you are determined, there's nothing you cannot achieve. The first mobile phone I use, I'm coming. So sorry for this. All right, I believe you can see my screen. I believe you can see my screen. Achieve this, or I cannot master this tool, then it will be difficult for me to master this tool. Alright, it will be very, very difficult for me to master this tool. I told myself that Femi can do this. Femi can master it. Right? So I believe you can see my screen. Alright, now this is the picture of the first phone I used. Right? So this is the picture of the first phone I used. Then from there I move on to so now this is a picture of the first mobile phone that I used. That was 2022 when I was going through this challenge, when I don't have the money to get a new gadget. All right. Now a phone like this phone. So in 2023 I bought a new smartphone. I bought a new, can see on the screen. So I bought a new PC. I bought um a new laptop, a new a new laptop, a new Android phone, which is technical, a new monitor. I set up my that you're seeing on the screen now. It worth millions. What I say, it worth achieve the work. All right. So now, what I want you to know is that your tools do not define your success. Your tools do not define your success. Your mindset does. Your mindset does. What I say, your tools does not define your success. Does your mind? All right. Now, if I do not um if I assuming I complain that okay, if I assuming I complain that okay, because I'm using a smartphone, because I'm using a smartphone, because I can't find a course of that, I will not learn the skill, or I will not start with what I have, then it will be impossible to achieve all this. All right, it will be impossible to achieve all this. I'm showing this to let you know that I was able to achieve all this that you are seeing right now because I learned motion and master motion design. Right? So without learning motion design, it will be impossible for me to get this PC and everything here. It's impossible. But then because I learned the skill, I put in the work, I stayed disciplined. I took a break after this skill. That's why I was able to get it from getting a brand new phone to getting a brand new PC, then moving on to getting a brand new monitor. Motion design learning motion design skill have have changed my life from changer for me, because from being a broke guy to now earning multiple seven figures, to being a career in motion design, to working with brands, both locally, internationally, to doing, did not regret learning this skill. Don't forget, I started the journey from being a graphic designer. Then being a graphic designer, I was not in enough. All right, because I can't even point out that okay, these are the things I did, or these are the things I achieved. All right, I'm not saying that learning graphic design is not good or graphic design skill is bad. No, change my life, change everything for me, change my finances, change like learning motion design skill helped me to achieve many things. Take me to a greater level that I don't even believe I can get to that level. Right, I'm not saying that graphic design is a bad skill, or you should know that, or you should you should stop learning graphic design skill and only learn brand new PC, brand new phone, brand new monitor, like all these things I see on the screen, but over 3 million plus. But then, thank God for you know bringing us to this level. All right. Now, so the amount I've earned so far as a motion designer, I don't want to say it live here, but then as a motion designer, but let my gadget speak for yourself. If you can see the gadget, you can tell that yes, this was, but nothing is impossible. All right, so I went from knowing nothing about motion design to working with international brands. There's nothing you cannot achieve. Now you register for SMDH 2.0, you want to be able to do amazing things yourself. All right, so I want you to believe that if I, Fame Mavin, can be able to get this within just 2 years class, all right, how to start your journey as a motion designer, how to learn this skill, how to you know master the Alight Motion app, and a 20K smartphone that is lagging, to now using you know a big smartphone. This part you see today was once a beginner, because I started as a beginner creating you know animation that is not even apt this to. All right, because I spent more practicing until I got it right. So if you are with us, be you are active, you do not miss any of this class, trust me, you'll be able to do more than you can ever and ever to do more than you can ever imagine. So let my limitations define me. All right, I refuse to let my limitations to define me, and I started with what I have to get what I want. I started with what I have to get what I want. All right. So what I want you to know is that in this life, you don't get what you wish for, because if I not put in the work, it will be difficult. What I say, it will be impossible to even achieve it, because the Bible says, "I will bless the work of your hands." I will do what? I will bless the work. Just if you keep on wishing and wishing and wishing without working, then trust me, you will not achieve anything. So I was able to achieve this because after wishing, I back up my wish by taking action. I back up my wish by taking the necessary steps, by putting, because you learn before you aim. So your focus right now should not be okay. I want to earn money. I want to work with clients. I want to earn. I need the money. I need money. Yes, I know you need money, but then your focus should be, I want to learn this skill and become so good that I can be able to provide. So it's an exchange. All right, you have to solve a problem before you can be rewarded. So your message should be, I want to learn this skill. All right, I want to learn this skill to be able and get paid. I want to learn this skill to be able to solve problem for brands and get paid. So this is my journey so far. As I said, I started learning motion design in 2023, and it was a challenge because I can't find a tutorial or to guide me or to put me through. But then I started, learning by myself, taking a break, and I put in the work. I keep on practicing. I keep on learning. I keep on practicing. I keep on learning. Then I achieved this. All right. Now, this is the end of this. You are inspired. All right. You are inspired that yes, if Femi Mavin can achieve this, then I put in the work. Because if you're not ready to put in the work, then it will be difficult to achieve this. I won't lie to you. Motion design is not that simple. I won't sugarcoat anything here. Motion design is not a simple. It takes time. It takes time to gain mastery in motion design. It takes time. But then if you can put in the work and you have access to this 7 days class, then trust me, it will be, and I'm ready to learn and gain mastery. So I want to type that in the comment section now. I am inspired and I am ready to learn and gain mastery. All right. I believe I am inspired and I am ready to learn and gain mastery. That's that about my journey, and I believe you are inspired. All right. So now, let's dive into today's topic, which is introduction to motion design. Introduction to motion design. The reason why I started with sharing my story is because I want you to know that I was in your level. I was in the same level that you are right now as a beginner before I get to this level. All right, but then because I was consistent, I put in the work, I practiced, I was able to achieve all this. So right now, I want you as well to pay attention. I want you to to listen and be that you will not get the results. All right. So right now we are going into the today's topic, which is introduction to motion design. Introduction to what? To motion design. So I want you to pay attention and avoid anything that will distract you, not to listen, right? Not to listen. So now we are moving on to introduction to motion design. Introduction to motion design. And I believe you. Don't worry, if you can't hear me, the recording will be available and you'll be able to watch the recording and understand better. Right? Introduction to motion design. When you hear the word motion design, what comes to your mind? Motion design. Motion design. Motion design has two words. All right, motion and design. Motion and design. Now, so what is the meaning of design? Motion and design. Now, so what is the meaning of they both have different definition. So I don't want to use Google definition. I want to write from my own experience. Now, what is motion design? Motion. Let's start with motion. All right. Now, what is motion? Motion refers to the art or process of changing position or location of an element from one place to another. Right? From one place to another. Motion refers to the art or process of changing position or location of an element from one place to another. That's motion. All right. Now, what is design? Now, motion. Let me break down for you very well. Motion means that to design without motion, we call it static design. But then design with motion, we call it motion design. So static, the difference between static and motion. All right, the difference between static design cannot move. All right, static design cannot move, but motion design can move from one place to another. Static design is just static. The normal flyers, those are what static design. The flyers, the posters, the banners, all these things are what we call static design because they cannot move. They're just static in a in a frame. But then the word motion design means that to animate the static design, all right, to make it move from one place to another. We call it motion design. All right. This is why I'm explaining as a beginner. I don't want to use the Google definition that vocabulary. I want to use a simple terms that you can understand better. Right? Motion refers to the art or process of changing position or location of an element from one place to another to move from left to right. Call that motion. Now, design now refers to the creative process of arranging graphics elements to create something functional and appealing. All right, something functional and appealing. So design means that arranging, you know, graphics elements. Now, what are graphics elements? Graphics elements are 9: shape, color, texture, typography. Graphics elements are what? 9: shape, color, texture, typography. So it means that design means to arrange all these graphics functional and visually appealing. Functional graphics means, you know, visual elements. And what shapes, color, texture, typography. Lines, shape, color, texture, typography. Your writing materials, I want you to write down, you know, motion separately and design separately. All right. Now, as I said that design without motion, we call it static design. But design with motion, we call it motion design. Static design cannot move. Motion design can move. Static design cannot do what? Cannot move. But motion design can move. It can move. Now, when we combine motion design together, when we combine both motion and design together, all right, you know, the first thing I did is that I explain the two differently. I explain motion differently. I explain design differently because they are two words, two different words. Motion design is a different word. Motion is a different word. Design is a different word. Now, if I want to combine these two together, motion design. Now, motion design is the art of bringing static graphics to life through animation. What I say? Motion design is the art of bringing static graphics to life through animation, creating an engaging visual experience. Creating an engaging visual experience. Now, I will say that again, all right? Motion design is the art of bringing static graphics to life through animation, creating an engaging visual experience. All right, creating an engaging visual experience. Now, before we dive more into what motion design is, you know, the type and all, I want you to notice that if you want to become a great motion designer, if you want to become a great motion designer, start by mastering the basics. What I say, start by mastering the basics. Now, the basics is what I'm explaining now. So I want you to pay attention. I want you to do what? To pay attention. So now I will say this again, all right? So I'm going to start again. Now, motion design is the art of bringing static graphics to life through animation, creating and engaging visual experience. Now, let me show you samples of motion design, like what motion design looks like, so that you can understand better. All right, because this class is practical. All right, this class is practical. So let me show you was it yeah so let me show you samples of motion design so that you can see it here. All right, motion design here. So now here's a motion design created by an agency, a motion design agency. Now, as you can see that the motion design is moving from here to here. It's moving from left to right, the graphics. Now, I want to use it to explain better. I want to use this to explain better. I believe you can see my screen, right? I believe you can see my screen. Don't worry about the network, alright? The record will be available, so you can go back and watch. So that's why I'm just explaining. You can go back and watch. So don't worry about maybe you cannot hear me or my voice is not clear. My voice is audible here. Alright. So when the class ends, the record will be available. So you can go back. You can do what? You can go back and watch the recording. So don't worry about this and this. Now, what we have here is what we call motion design. Alright, motion design. Now, as I said that motion means that motion refers to the act or process of changing the position or location of an element to move from one place to graphics element. Graphics element. Alright, so now what we have here is what we call motion graphics design. Alright, motion graphics design. Now, as I said that motion means movement. What I say? Motion means movement. Graphics are what? Visual elements, which are line, shape, color, texture, typography. Now in this animation, in this motion graphic design, graphics elements are used. This text here is what we call graphics element. Graphics. Alright, this typography you see here is what we call graphics. This payment also is graphics because graphics is what is visual elements. And what are visual elements? Typography, color, texture. These are visual elements. These are visual elements. So if motion is not added to this now, everything will be static. As you can see that when I pause this animation, everything is static. Everything is static, and being static is not appealing to the eyes. And if I'm the one that see this kind of animation static like this, I will just ignore. What I say, I will just ignore because I can't, everything just boring. But then if I play this animation now, it's going to be moving. So we call that motion. Alright, as I said, design without motion is called static. Then design with motion is called motion design. Now if I play it now, it's going to be moving from one place to another. Now let's see. Can you see it's moving from left to right? Can you see it's moving from one place to another? So this is what we call motion graphics design. Motion graphic design. But then the short word for motion design is motion graphics. The short word for motion graphic design is motion design. Motion design. All right. Motion design. So as you can see that, so I've already explained what motion design is and the difference between motion and design. I said motion means movement, while design means that gathering the graphics element together to create something functional. All right, to create something functional. So that's it, and I believe you understand. All right, I'm glad you can see my screen. So as I was saying, now let me do a recap again. All right, now what is showing on this screen now, moving from left to right, is called motion graphics design. What I say, motion graphic design. I'm doing a recap again because I want you to understand the basics. Because if you don't understand the basics, then it will be difficult for you to create visually appealing motion design. Because now the day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5 will be going into practical creating motion design. That's why I want you to understand the basics very well. Because it's because I learned the basics when starting out. That's what helped me to get to where I am today. That's what helped me to attain this level. Because if you want to become a great motion designer, then you need to start by mastering the basics. So I want you to pay attention. I want you to avoid distraction now. So I said motion graphic design. Motion refers to movement. All right, graphics are visual elements. Now in this screen we have a lot of visual elements. We have typography here, lines here, color here, texture, everything is set here. And design means that arranging these visual elements. What I say, arranging these visual elements to create something functional, because the visual element is just visual element. It is design that it is the knowledge you have on design that you now use to arrange all the visual elements together. Okay, pick line, pick circle, pick color, then you now what, design them, arrange them together to create something functional. Now the lines, the shapes, the color, the texture has been arranged in this motion design here. That's why it's appealing. All right, so motion refers to movement, design refers to arranging, visual elements together to create something functional, and graphics is what, visual elements such as line, shape, color, texture, and typography. So that's that about motion graphic design. So this is an example of motion graphic design. As you can see, the character is moving from left to right. We call this movement. The character is moving from left to right, and we call that movement. At we're able to create a brand promotional video, for companies that needs them, because now social media, we have LinkedIn, we have Instagram, we have X, we have a lot of media. So your service as a motion designer is needed and is used to marketing and advertising. All right, so motion design is used for marketing and advertising. It's used to communicate a message, it's used to market a product. All right, it's used to market a product and service. For instance, the SMDH class, I created a motion design, and I created motion design to market the class, to market and advertise the class, so that I can, because if I don't create motion designer, most of you here won't be here today. But because I created motion design and I use motion design to market and advertise the class. I use motion design to market and advertise the class. So motion design is used, for marketing and advertising. Two, motion design is used for educational. Motion design is used to create explainer videos, logo animation, product demos, film and televisions, um, gaming industry. Yes, they also use motion design. Now, I will show you samples of all these. All right. Now, explainer videos. I mean, the second slide we are now is the uses of motion design. The uses of motion design. All right. What motion design is used for? As I said, that motion design is used for marketing and advertising. It's used to explain the product. And that explain the product means explainer videos. All right. It's used to explain the product. Motion design is used to create logo animation. It is used in film and televisions. It is used in product animation, storytelling and documentary, style animation, health and science communication. So you can make more research on this, because I don't want to show you more samples, because our time is gone already, and I want to end this live class by 10:30 p.m. So I want to quickly explain everything so I can understand better. And if you have questions, you can reach out to me. All right. Now, the use of motion design, that's that about that. Now, what are types of logo animation, infographics animation, motion branding? If you go to my page now, you will see a motion branding I worked on for a brand, motion branding. So we call that motion branding. On my page now, there's an animation on my page. Let me show you. Let me show you the samples of motion branding. So let me show you the samples of motion branding. Let me show you samples of motion branding here. All right. Now let me show you samples of motion branding. What motion branding looks like, because if someone asks you what's motion branding, so you know what to say. All right. Now on my page now, this animation is what we call motion branding. All right, the animation here is what we call motion branding. So motion branding means that animating a brand identity. All right, so what I'm doing here is that I'm animating the brand identity created by Prince Dynamic. All right, so Prince Dynamic work on the brand identity, and as a motion designer, I come in to animate all the brand identity and combine them together, you know, to communicate a message, to tell a story. All right, so that we call motion branding. You can come to my page, to watch it here. So this is what we call motion branding. To animate brand identity designs, it's what we call motion branding. You can collaborate with a brand identity design, or you can create and animate it yourself. All right, so that's that about that. Now let's move to the next one. So, okay, let me show you samples of explainer videos as well. Let me show you samples of explainer videos, so you can understand better. Um, explainer videos, explainer videos. Oh, it's not showing again. What's wrong? Caption 6. All right, so let me show you explainer videos. Explainer videos. Don't worry, the recording will be available, so I can go back and watch the recording because my voice is audible here. Stop and check. Oh. All right, let's continue. Let's continue. Um, I think it's working now. All right, it's working now. It's working now. All right, now, so I'll show you examples of explainer videos. All right, so this is what we call explainer videos. This is what we call explainer videos. All right, so these are the explainer videos. Explainer videos here. So explainer videos means that communicating a problem and providing a solution. All right, so explainer videos start from you know communicating a problem. Okay, this is a problem. Then move on to solution. Then call to action. Now, the explainer video showing on the screen here is showing a problem. Okay, you are going through this. Maybe you are going through um struggling to make payments or struggling to buy a product online. You know, that's a problem. The other saying that maybe from scene one to scene 2. Then the third scene going to be showing the solution. Okay, with this product you can be able to solve this problem. Then end it with CTA. So explainer video has three things. The first one is communicating the problem. The second one is showcasing the solution. Then um the third is call to action. Call to action. All right. So you can come to this YouTube channel. The name of this YouTube channel is Born Way. All right. So you can come to this YouTube channel to learn more to feed your eyes with more explainer videos. All right, you can come back to this YouTube channel to feed your eyes with more explainer videos. So that's that about the types of motion design. So now let's move on to the next one. Let's move to the next one. All right, now the next one is now let's move on. My slides here. Okay, now what are the tools you can use for motion design? Tools you can use to create motion design. So for smartphone tools, you can use Alight Motion as I'm using right now. You can use Alight Motion. You can use CapCut. You can use KineMaster, Motion Ninja, PivaCut. All right, you can use Alight Motion, CapCut, KineMaster, Motion Ninja, and PivaCut for smartphone. Then PC, you can use Adobe After Effects. That's the software. That's the industry standard software for animation. All right, that's the industry standard software for animation. So on PC, as I said, you can use Adobe After Effects. You can use Blender. You can use Adobe Illustrator. You can use Adobe Photoshop, Cinema 4D. So these are the tools you can use to create motion design. But then this class is for smartphone. This class is smartphone motion design. So I don't want to focus on the PC tools. So let's focus on the smartphone tools. So the tool you can use for smartphone is Alight Motion. The um is the best application you can use to create motion design on smartphone. Design on smartphone. So the network is learning the skill. All right, where can you work as a motion designer? So we can work in tech SaaS companies, can work in film and television studios. All right, can work in gaming industry. You know, you can work freelance as well. All right, you can freelance by collaborating with clients across industry, from startups to established companies. So these are where you can work as a motion designer. So as a motion designer, you need to have a mindset. The mindset you need as a motion designer, for you to succeed as a motion designer, the mindset you need to have. All right, the mindset you need to have for you to succeed as a motion designer. Now, the first mindset you need to have is continuous learning. Continuous learning. All right, for you to gain mastery in motion design, you need to what? Learn, because the world of motion design is constantly evolving with new tools, techniques, and trends. So as a motion designer, when starting out, you need to stay curious and embrace lifelong learning to improve your craft. Right? So don't have the method that, okay, I don't want to learn. All right, so you need to learn, because the more you learn, the more you earn. If you want to earn more money as a motion designer, you need to learn. Like, you need to learn, you need to unlearn, you need to relearn. You need to have the continuous learning mindset that, yes, I need to learn. Like, buy courses, watch tutorials on YouTube, do not relent, because if you can learn daily, trust me, you'll be more valuable, because the more valuable you become, then the more money you make. If you can become more valuable and be able to solve more problem, because the bigger the problem you solve, the bigger the money you make as a motion designer. Then second mindset you need to have is passion and dedication. Passion and dedication. Alright, you see, passion is a key. When you are not dedicated and you're not passionate about motion design, then it will be difficult for you to get result or to even gain mastery. This is why I gain mastery and I get result, because I am passionate about my skill. I am passionate about motion design. Like, I love motion. I love this skill. and I am passionate about that. Yes, I can put in the work to become a pro. All right, so you need to be passionate and dedicated about your skill as a motion designer. All right, and let it shine through, you know, in the quality of your work. You need to what practice. Now, the third one is resilience. Resilience, all right, resilience. So motion design can be frustrating. I won't lie to you. Motion design is not simple. Like when people think okay, it's simple. It's not simple, and you will go to some challenges and trials, but then you need to be resilient and you need to what pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing, and do not relent. Because during my own journey, I faced a lot, go through a lot, like challenges and all. But then I did not relent. Um I keep on working. I keep on um I put in the work and I did not stop, because if I give up during that time, I won't be able to get here today. But then I did not give up. All right, I did not give up. I keep on learning. I keep on practicing. All right, so you need to be resilient. So that's my thing, because there's nothing you can do. You have challenges along the way in the journey. You have challenges in the journey, so you need to what? You need to be resilient. So resilience is and staying focused on your goals. Resilience is about pushing through difficulties and staying focused on your goal. Staying focused on your goal. So now the fourth mindset you need to have as a motion designer is feedback. All right. So when starting as a motion designer, you need to have this message that okay, you are open to feedback, because if you are not open to feedback, then it will be difficult for you to get to a great level. So you need to be open to feedback by sending your work to pros in the industry, to the expert in the industry, to those who you know that they are doing well. Send your work to them, ask for their reviews. What I say, send your work to them, ask for their reviews, because when you are doing this, it's going to help you to grow and improve your motion design skill. Because when you send your work to an expert or a pro in a field, it's going to tell you, okay, the color you use here is too much, the nice here is too much, or the way you use text is not good. You won't feel bad when the pro or the person you reach out to is giving feedback on your work, because you need to be open. Don't feel bad at all. Be open to feedback. That will really help me as well. Sometimes I'll send my work to some pros for their feedback. Some of them even tell me that, oh, this animation is not bad. This animation is terrible. But then I did not stop. All right, I keep on learning from the feedback, because I believe that I can't remain in that level forever. All right, I believe I can't remain in that level forever. So I keep on. I was open to feedback, and I share my work to pros, for their review. So as a motion designer, you need to have a mindset of feedback. All right, be open to feedback. And the last mindset you need to have, the last mindset you need to have as a motion designer is hard work and determination. Hard work and determination. Hard work and determination. You see, no matter how tough the journey or challenges may be, you need to what? Keep working, and you need to be determined. These two things is very, very important. You need to have these two mindsets. You need to be very hardworking and be determined. Be very hardworking and determined. Alright? No matter how tough the journey or challenges, never relent. Never relent. Put in the work to gain mastery. Alright? With this mindset, you will overcome obstacles and achieve excellence and achieve great results. Great results. If you can put in the work, because as I said in the in my story, I said you don't in life you don't get what you wish for, you only get what you work for. So whatever you want to achieve in life, you need to be ready to put in the work to achieve it. What I say, you need to be ready to put in the work to achieve it. Because if you keep wishing, you keep wishing and you not put in the work, you not achieve anything. So the last mindset you need to have as a motion designer is hard work and determination. Hard work and determination. No matter how tough the journey or challenges may be, never relent. Never relent. never relent, put in the work to gain mastery. And this mindset, you overcome obstacles and achieve great results. So these are the 5 mindsets you need to have as a motion designer for you to succeed in this industry. All right. Now, so that's that about introduction to motion design. As I said earlier, I said that motion design is two, which means that before you can create visually appealing motion design, you need to learn design principles and animation principles. So motion means movement, which means before you can move something or before you can make something to move, you need to animate. And for you to animate, there are principles which you need to learn. So we call this animation principles. All right, we call this animation principles. And the second one is design principles. All right, motion equals to animation. All right, motion equals to animation. So motion has principles. So the principles motion has is animation principles. Why design has principles? All right. So that's what we want to move. That's what we want to learn now. All right. Design principles and animation principles. Design principles and what? And animation principles. Now, this is why I want to take my time to explain this, because despite the network issue, but then I will not end this live stream. I need to take my time to explain in detail so that you can understand, because I believe that if you have knowledge on the basics, then it will be easier for you to create amazing motion design. It will be easier for you to create amazing animation. The basics is very, very essential. Right? You can't do without the basics. There's nothing you can do. The basics is very, very important. That's why I'm taking my time to explain. You see, mastery in motion design is not built overnight. It's a result of consistent practice, try and error. All right, consistent practice, try and error. Now, let's move on to design principles and animation principles. I want you to understand that very well. Design principles and animation principles. Now, design principles. Let's dive into that very quickly. Design principles. Now, we have 12 design principles. All right, we have 12 design principles which you need to learn and master. As a motion designer, you need to learn design principles. It is the basics and very, very important, because if you don't learn design principles, then it will be difficult for you to, you know, be difficult for you to create visually appealing motion design. Now, the first principle of design is contrast. The first principles of design is contrast. All right, it's contrast. So before I explain what contrast is, I want to mention all the 12 design principles. All right, the first principle is contrast, the second principle is hierarchy, the third principle is proximity, followed by alignment, repetition, movement, unity, emphasis, simplicity, white space, proportion, balance. All right, so I will say that again. The fourth principle is contrast, second principle is hierarchy, proximity, alignment, repetition, movement, unity, emphasis, simplicity, white space, proportion, balance. So these are the 12 principles of design. So I'm going to explain each principle one by one. So I will start from contrast. All right, I'll start from contrast. Despite the network, I will not relent. I'll keep on teaching and teaching so that I can understand better, because I'm not happy with this network issue complaint. But then I will not relent. I will not relent. I'll keep on explaining. But I believe that the recording will be clear. So once again, I apologize for the network issues, but then I'll keep on explaining. Now, so let's continue. Contrast. Contrast happens when two design elements are in opposition to each other. I'll say that again. Contrast happens when two design elements are in opposition to each other, like black and white, thick and thin, modern and traditional. Now, let me explain better. Contrast in the simple terms means that um you know bright bright um for instance now, if you want to create a design and the color you use as a background is black and you want to write a text, the color is dark and the text as well is dark. So I did not follow the principles and that's wrong, right? So when you want to create a design as the creative, you need to use a light color on a dark background. What I say, you need to use a light color on a dark background and a dark color on a light background. A dark color on the what? On a dark background. Because what makes a great motion design is understanding of design principles, understanding of design elements, and understanding of design thinking. So now, design principles is what I'm explaining now. All right, design principles is what I'm explaining right now. So now, I want you to pay full attention. All right, to avoid anything that will distract you. So I want you to pay full attention right now. Now that's contrast. All right, so let's move on to the second principles of design, which is hierarchy. Hierarchy. So hierarchy, as the word implies, means that when you have multiple visual elements in your design, you make sure to give extra visual weight to your most important message. When you have multiple visual elements in your design, make sure to give extra visual weight to your most important message. So what does it mean? When you want to create a design and you have lots of words, like you have the heading, the subheading, the body. Now you can't just combine everything together. You need to apply hierarchy. So hierarchy means that you need to guide the viewer's eyes. You need to guide what? The viewer's eyes. Now, as I said that when we want to create a design, we have body, we have the heading, the body, and the subheading. The heading, the body, and the subheading. So you can't just combine them together. You need to start from the body. You need to start from the heading. So the audience will read the heading, then followed by the body, followed by the subheading, then the body. All right. So the heading will come first, then followed by subheading, then the body. All right. The heading will come first, followed by the subheading and the body. So now doing this way, it means that you follow the principles of design. Doing this way means that you follow the principles of what? Of designs. You follow the principles of design. And when you follow the principles of design, the outcome of your design will be amazing. Will be amazing. So all right, now the, in this slide now we have two examples, before and after. So the before does not have hierarchy, but then the after has hierarchy. All right, hierarchy was applied in the after. As you can see, Jane Smith is the heading, and the heading is bigger. So which means that hierarchy principles is applied in this design. Hierarchy principles is applied in this design. So when you want to create a design, you need to what? Make sure that you guide viewer height starting from heading to subheading, then body. Starting from heading to subheading to body. So that's the first one. Alright? Now the next one is banners. Banners. So that's the third one. So as a motion designer working on a project, you should know that every element you place in your design has a weight on it and can come from color, size, text, and other visual elements. Right? And other visual elements. So balance refers to how you put these elements on your design, ensuring that the every element are not in the same place, and you give your design what a form and stability. Alright, which means that when you want to create a motion design, you need to follow the principles of balance, which means that you need to combine, you need to arrange your visual element very well. Make sure your visual element is balanced. As you can see here, the on the screen here is showing good and bad. Good and bad. Alright. Now, the good is well balanced, while the bad is not well balanced. Why? Because the bad is touching each other, and that's not balanced. And the principle of design is not the principle of design is not used here in the bad, but the good, it is used, it is applied, because the circles is well balanced, the circle is well arranged, is well balanced, it's well balanced, well balanced. Now let's move on to the next. Now balance has two types. We have two types of balance. The first one is symmetrical, and the second one is asymmetrical. Alright, the first one is symmetrical, while the second one is asymmetrical. Symmetrical balance and asymmetrical balance. Symmetrical balance and asymmetrical balance. So that's um the third one. Now the fourth one is proximity. Alright, so proximity helps in creating organization on the designs. Alright, proximity helps in creating organization in design. Now in simple terms, proximity means that elements that are related should be close to each other, and elements that are not related should be far from each other. Alright, so that's what proximity is. Now if you want to create a design and you have stars, you have circle, you have rectangle, and you want to use all this shape in your designs, alright, and you want to use all this shape in your designs, so it is wrong to now combine all these shapes together. It is wrong to combine all these shapes together. So you need to what? You need to apply the you need to apply the principles of design, which is proximity. You need to apply the principles of design, which is proximity, which states that when you want to use stars, circles, there should be a space between it. So stars should be in a separate way, circle should be in a separate way, rectangle should be in a separate way. Alright, but then if you want to use just one shape, which is circle, circle is circle, so they are both related, then you can now bring it close to each other. Circle and circle, they are both related, so you can now bring it close to each other. So that's about proximity. Now the next one is white space. White space, so you can make more research on design principles, because I can't explain in detail here, because the time is gonna, this is 10 p.m. and the next one is not good here, but then I'll keep on explaining, which you can go back to listen to the recording. So now let's continue. All right. Now white space. As I said, that before you can create amazing motion designs, you know, if you don't learn design principles, or you just ignore design principles, and you focus on mastering Alight Motion, you see, let me tell you the truth, you are wasting your time. That's it. You are wasting your time, because Alight Motion is a tool. What did I say? Alight Motion is a tool. It is the knowledge you have on designs and animation that you use to create amazing motion design. If you neglect design principles, you neglect animation principles, then tell me how will you be able to create amazing animation? It is impossible. This is what it is impossible. Now let's continue. White space. White space is also known as negative space. I believe you have with your writing materials. White space is also known as negative space, and it refers to the areas in a design that is empty and not included in design element. Alright, so white space does not mean that okay, if I create a design, then I will use a white color. No. White space means negative space. Negative space, which means that when you want to create a motion design or you want to create a design, you don't need to combine all the text together. You need to give it gaps, because when you combine all the text together, then it will be difficult for your audience to understand the message you're trying to pass across. Now we have two examples here. All right. Now let me show you the first examples. The first example has good white space, while the second example has bad white space. As you can see, the second example, the text, everything is combined, like there's no breathing space at all, and it will be difficult for the audience to read and understand. What I say, it will be difficult for the audience to read and understand. So when you want to create a motion design, or you want to create maybe a promotional video, explainer videos, or any animation, white space need to be applied, which means that make sure you don't combine all your text together. Make sure there is space within the text. Once again, white space does not mean that you should go and use white background. All right, white space does not mean you should use white background. White space means that there should be a negative space between your text, or between your elements, between your visual elements. Don't just combine all your text together. Don't just combine all your visual elements together. It's wrong. So white space means negative space. There should be space within your text, within your visual element. There should be space. There should be breathing space. Don't just combine everything together and just do it anyhow. Bigger, while the less important should be smaller. The most important element should be bigger, while the less important should be smaller. All right. Now let's move on to the next one. Next one now is alignment. All right. Alignment helps ensure a sharp order. Alignment helps ensure a sharp order appearance for ultimately better design by ensuring your okay. All this one is just grammar. All right. So let me just use simple terms. Alignment means that to arrange your visual elements in the right way. And we have three types of alignment. The first one is right alignment, the second one is left alignment, the third one is center alignment. You can call it center alignment, or you can call it middle alignment. So it means that your text or your visual element should be well aligned. That is simple definition. So let me use this grammar. This one is just a grammar. So alignment means that your visual element in a project should be well arranged, should be well aligned. It's either you use center alignment, or you use left alignment, or you use right alignment. All right, either you use center alignment, left alignment, or right alignment. So that's that about um alignment. All right, so make sure that your text is well aligned. You just disorganize your text anyhow. Make sure it is well organized. Make sure it's well arranged. Let me show you an example of a bad design that does not have that design principles is not applied. Let me show you so that you can see with your eyes. All right, because seeing is believing. All right, so now let's continue, right? And let me show you bad design so I can see and also laugh. All right, let me show you here. Let me show you. Let me show you. I believe you can see my screen. I believe you can see my screen. I'll show you bad design so that I can see it with your eyes that okay, these are bad design, these are good design. But then my screen is not showing. I don't know why. It's not showing. It's not showing. All right, so now let's continue then. Let's continue. I wanted to show you bad design before, but then it's not showing. Not showing at all. All right, now let's continue. Now, that's alignment, because if you call yourself a motion designer and you don't learn design principles, you don't know anything about alignment, then you are not a motion designer. You are a fake motion designer. Let me use that word. A motion designer that refuse or ignore to learn the basics or to learn design principles, to learn animation principles, you are a fake motion designer. For you to become a real and professional motion designer, then these principles you need to learn it very well. You need to take your time to master these principles, because once you have knowledge on these principles, then it's easier for you to create amazing animation. So that's that about alignment. Now the next one is repetition. All right, repetition. That's the that's the second that's the next principles. All right, repetition. So repetition means that repeating colors, words, fonts, or shapes, all right, in your designs. So instead of using different colors, different texture, different text, you can just stick to one color in your motion design project. You can stick to one typography in your motion design project. You can stick to you know one pattern. All right. So repetition means that instead of using like 5 colors in your project, using like 20 colors in your project, no, means that you can choose just 2 color. Maybe you can choose blue and pink. Then throughout your animation, you not use any other color apart from blue and pink. So you can use blue in the first scene. The second scene you can use pink. The third scene you can use another color like that, like that. All right. So that's the meaning of repetition. It means that repeating colors, repeating the same colors, the same font, the same shape, the same texture, the same graphics elements in your designs. All right. So that's that about repetition. Now the next one is unity. So unity, what's the meaning of unity? Unity means that when you create a sense of wholeness and cohesion in an animation or video. This one is the grammar. So let me break it down for you. It means that um ensuring that your design is well organized together. What I say, your design is well organized together. So that will call unity. For instance, now when you want to create a design and you want to use circle shape, you can't just scatter the circle shape here and here. You need to what? Organize the circle shape together. So because that's unity. Right? So that's the principles of design. Now we're doing a recap. All right. So what are the principles of designs? We have 12 principles of designs. We have 12 principles of designs. The first principle is contrast, second principle is hierarchy, the third principle is proximity, fourth alignment, repetition, movement, unity, emphasis, white space, proportion, balance, and simplicity. Which means that if you don't learn both the principles, maybe you learn design principles and you neglect animation principles, you still create nonsense. But for you to create, what makes sense, for you to create amazing animation, they need to learn both the principles, both design principles and animation principles. Both design principles and animation principles. Animation in motion design is like the pulse or the life of the project. Without animation, the design will remain static and lifeless. But with animation, the design comes to life. So they both work together. All right, design and animation. Animation has its own principles, which is 12, while design too has its own principles, which is 12. So they both have 12, 12 principles. But then it takes time. Animation is easy to learn, but hard to master. All right, animation is easy to learn, but hard to master. This is why it is hard to master, because we can, now I have explained I have mentioned the principles of design which we have learned, but then it is hard to master these 12 principles. All right, so it is hard to master these 12 principles, but then if you can practice it consistently, if you can put in the work consistently, then you'll be able to master the 12 principles of animation. As I said, animation is easy to learn, but hard to master. So you have to put in the work. All right. So now, when it comes to motion design, consistency is the key to success in motion design. All right, because you can't become an expert overnight. You need to be consistent. The more you create animation, the more you practice, the more you understand both the design principles and animation principles. Now that I have explained this, then you need to now go back after the class end, go back and practice, go back to learn animation principles, go back to learn design principles very well. As I said, that you need to come along with your notes so that you can jot down and understand. Now let's zoom up, let's zoom up so that I can see very well. All right. Now, the 12 principles of animation are the most crucial techniques you must master as a motion designer. All right. Now, the principles of animation was created in 1930s, and it was first introduced in the illusion of light, that's Disney animation, and it was created by the pioneers of animation, Frank Thomas and Ole Johnson. These 12 principles of animation adhere to the basic laws of physics and also account for emotions appeal. Now, these are history. So now let's shift our focus to the principles. All right. Now, the fourth principle is timing and spacing. What is timing? What is spacing? All right. I can't explain in detail now because our time is gone. So I'm going to share the slide. If you're in the WhatsApp group on WhatsApp, I'm going to share the slide with you so I can read and understand. So what I've just done now is just to do a recap again, because I want to end the streaming. All right. I've spent about 2 hours already, because I've been live since 7:30 p.m. and this is 10:30 p.m. It's even more than 2 hours. I think it's 3 hours now. I've been teaching. Despite that, it is they don't know it's bad, but then keep on, you know. I won't give up. All right. Now let's continue. Now, timing and spacing is the first principles of animation. Timing and spacing is the first principles of animation. Then followed by squash and stretch. Squash and stretch is the second principles of animation. Then followed by anticipation. 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 That's the third principles of animation. Then followed by ease in and ease out. Ease in and ease out. Ease in and ease out. Then I took 5 months break online by freezing all my social media apps to focus on learning motion design and mastering the Alight Motion tools. To focus on learning motion design and mastering the Alight Motion tools. So I took action, and within 5 months, I was able to, to master these tools and be able to use it to create amazing animation. Then the 6 month, I closed a gig worth 400,000 naira. All right. Now, before I close the gig, I follow a process, which is the learning process. As I said, that you learn before you earn. So don't put your focus on I want to earn money. I need money. Yes, trust me, you will earn money. You need money. But then the money you are looking for is also looking for you, but not the version of you right now. The money you are looking for is also looking for you, but then is looking for a different version of you. So the money you are looking for is waiting for you to develop yourself to become more valuable. Because you don't look for money. If you look for money, you have got it wrong. Money is not lost. All right, you don't look for money. You invest in yourself by learning a skill, by you know mastering the skill. The money will naturally come to you. Now, 400. I don't know that 400K is waiting for me in in the next year, which is 2023. I don't know that 400K is waiting for me, but then I focus on learning, not on earning. After I have learned and I have gained mastery, I was able to close this gig. I'm doing a recap because I'm going to end the live stream by 11 p.m. sharp. All right. So after learning the skill in 5 months, I published my work online, and through consistent posting, I was able to close this gig. All right. Through consistent posting, I was able to close this gig 400K. Then after closing the gig, I did not relent that okay, I have closed the gig. Let me now relax and spend the money. No, I times 10 the work, the effort. That if I can close this gig, then I can close more and more gigs. That if I can close this gig, then I can close more and more gigs. Then I put in more work, I put in more effort, I keep on working, I keep on posting my work, then I was able to close more and more gigs. Because the company I delivered this project for referred me to another company, then it keeps going better and it keeps going bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. But what if I did not master my skill and I was waiting for the money, and when the money now come, I now deliver bad animation to the company? Will the company refer me to another company? No. But because I've mastered my skill, I have gained mastery. That's why I was able to deliver amazing animation to the company, and the company refer me to another company. I believe you are following. Good. Now the company now refer me to another company. So that's why it's good to focus on learning and building yourself, building your skill. You see, when you build yourself and you build your skill, you see, you start to earn more money. Big opportunities start to come your way. Trust me, when you build yourself, you build your skill and become so good at what you do, big opportunities start to come your way. Opportunities here and there will start to come your way, start to earn money from this and this. Even clients will be the one to beg you that please we want to work with you. Why? Because you are good at what you do. What? Because you are good at what you do. So focus on learning. This 7 days class, don't focus on the money aspect. Money will come, as I've been saying. Focus on I want to learn and master the skill in these 7 days. I want to learn and master the skill in these 7 days. That should be your mindset. That should be the mindset you should adopt, not the any mindset. Okay. Now after earning the 400K, I keep on putting the work, then I keep on closing more and more gigs. Right now, this strategies I use to close the gigs because I've gained mastery, and I post my work online. All right, and I share the process of how I created my work. So these are the strategies I use to to close the gigs. All right. So this is what I share in the first session. I share my story so that I can see. And after, you know, these are the gadgets I bought. Can you see the gadget? I moved from using a 20K phone to getting a brand new laptop, to getting a brand new smartphone, to getting a brand new monitor. Can you see the process? All this because I take my time, I put in the work, I stay disciplined to master this skill. Just because I master this motion design skill, if I don't master this motion design skill, then it will be impossible to achieve all this. So that's why you need to master the skill. You need to master the skill. You see, nothing comes easy. Let me tell you, nothing comes easy, but